Hey, what's going on YouTube? Belton here, back with another video. Today we are doing what I'm pretty sure and quite confident is the largest single identifying session, single session of that which was taken ever. As you guys probably know, I had roughly 77 raw mirrors earlier today. Um, and I was getting a little bit bored of just generating currency, so I ended up spending 46 mirrors in the past 24 hours. Crafted a couple new mirror items, bought three Grace Determination belts, some Omni Quant belts, new Venters, amongst some other things. And one of those was a giant collection of that which was taken. The reason for doing so is that I think it's a very cool item. It has a very high ceiling, one that we can hopefully offset the massive amount of variance with this large sample size. But also, I do think that there's a fairly good chance that uh, the Affliction mod, the Wildwood, will not go core, or at least it will not go core right away. And if that ends up being the case, that means that the Wildwood Ascendancies will no longer be applicable. And if that happens, it means it's going to get rid of the charms, right? The charms will. This is just speculation on my part, but this is the thought process or impetus for doing this. If charms are removed, it would be a similar situation to the relics in Sanctum League. You'll notice with charms, it says that they're unmodifiable, right? The magic charms here. Oh, where are they? Right? So they're unmodifiable, very similar to how the relics were. And so, unless this gets implemented immediately, I think that there's a good chance that these will go the way of the dodo. And so, getting access to the massive variety and breadth of powerful mods that charms afford obviously can be done on that which was taken. And so, if this is not implemented into the game, into the core game immediately, I think that these will become a massively, massively appreciating asset. Now, obviously, there are a multitude of different variations that you can get on these. The vast majority of which will probably be not worth too much. However, we're kind of hoping here that we will be able to offset that variance with sheer sample size, kind of force our way through it. One of the things as well, for those of you watching on YouTube, I did put together a spreadsheet. Might be familiar with these kinds of sheets that I've put in previous videos. What we have here is every single one of the potential modifiers that can roll on that which was taken, as well as their weightings and their probabilities. On the top here, you can see that I put the unidentified jewels being identified with the cost, which was 16,128 divines, or 14.336 mirrors we spent. And then what we do there is then take the probability and multiply it by the total amount of identifyings, so how many jewels we're IDing, and that'll give you the expected amount of outcomes that you're going to get. However, since each jewel has 4 total modifiers on it, we need to multiply that by 4, which is what this represents here. So you can see this column here is predicting how many times we will see each individual mod. For the people who are watching on stream right now, as a fun little game. Oh, my phone's going off. As a fun game, we are doing a prediction on how many times will we see +1 projectile, skills fire, and additional projectile. The expected outcome on that, with 1,152 of them, is 2.33, to give you some idea as to how rare they are. I will make this sheet. I'll attach it to the bottom of the video. If you want to use this yourself, you just go ahead and make a copy here, like this. Make a copy, and then you'll be able to edit it. The areas that have the yellow background, you just have to, those are the data entry points. So you just put in the amount that you're buying, the price you paid, and then it'll do the rest for you automatically. On the right side here, we can see a total list of all the modifiers, and then this one is sorted by the overall weight. So we can see here that the rarest mod, Impale, 3% of armor applies to Fire, Cold, and Lightning. All damage can ignite, skills fire an additional projectile, etc. And then it's ascending upwards in terms of the rarity. And yeah, so then afterwards we are going to enter the results. It's unlikely that I'll enter the ones here where it's like, on average we're going to get 58 of them. But we'll check some of the key ones that tend to be price drivers, like +1 proj, RMR, things like that. So That's the plan for now. And so at this point, we'll just jump right into it. As you can see here, we've got two full quad tabs. That's 1,152. Here as well, I prepared two alternative tabs that we can, if we get a good one and we ID it, we'll pull that one out here. Maybe price check the really expensive ones, but otherwise we'll just kind of leave them in here and try to go through it. It's very, very likely that this video is going to end up being quite long. So you might want to put this on to 2x speed because this session is going to take a while. But with that being said, let's get started. Okay. So we got base power charge. 5% when you use a flask. Consecrated ground. Max res. Cannot take reflected. This is one I want to take a look at. Evasion, AoE, auras. Ooh, 80 divs. Damn. Sorry, I'll try not to make that many sales in the process here. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start the timer. Hexproof. Overkill is leech. Accuracy, maim, consume. Phasing. Oh, 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 oh. That's nice. Culling Strike, Bleed, Instant Leech, and Barrage. One mirror. Okay. Again, we won't spend too much time. We'll revisit these. That one's definitely nice though. You know what we'll do as well, actually? I'm going to put this entire tab as 100 Divine Buyout. In case we, if there's one that we, like, overlook, right? Okay, regenerate 20% every 4 seconds. Gain 5% of mana as max ES. Ooh, that looks actually quite good, too. Alright. Bank. 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 Oh man, this is going well. Where's this guy? XX, call me daddy, XXX. I don't... He can have the discount, just don't show me your search history. All right. Oh man, look at this. Culling Strike, no reservation, can't take Reflect. Too bad it's when you consume a corpse. That's actually really sweet. Yeah, that's bank as well. Depression, phasing, blind. Ooh. Effective marks and projectile. Strength, taunt, can't be stunned. Oops, shit, we're already fucking rate limited. AoE per endurance charge. Ooh. Okay, we're rate limited, but I think that one's good. Power charge on crit. Remove bleed. Double minimum charge. It's no. Check that one out too. Chance to gain endurance charge when you're hit. Very good. Chance to gain non-chaos is extra chaos. Very good. Projectiles gain. Very good. Oh! Oh! I like how the guy lowballed me. It's the same guy. Suppression. Oh, 150 divs. Come on. Hits have more area damage. Offerings. No. Damage leached as ES. Onslaught on kill. Suppression. Oh, dude, look at this. Effective non-damaging ailments. Onslaught on kill. Projectiles damage further, and you and nearby allies. Phasing. Exposure. Effective marks. Taunt on hit. As an FYI, this is the first time I've done this league. Ooh, regen. So if buffs granted by your golems, blast charges, the excitement I'm experiencing here is sincere. I might get ooh, not minions. I'm sure some of these I'm going to think are very sick, and they're actually not worth very much. That's not me trying to debate you guys. These are just so strong, man. Effective power charge. Ooh, adrenaline. Adrenaline and AoE. Okay, wait. Adrenaline by itself is worth 20. Adrenaline plus AoE is worth 80. Okay, that's bank. That's bank. Effective onslaught plus rage. $220 divs. If you ever see when I do the price checks, you'll notice that a lot of the time it says it's 100 divines. If that's the cheapest one, it's because our tabloid buyout's 100 div. Power charge, effective withered. Max rage, onslaught, yes. Crits have culling strike. Ooh. Magic utility flasks. 55 to 100 div. Ooh, 100 div just for those two. Nice, that's bank. Plus 2 max res. How much is that by itself? Oh. Plus 2 max res, no matter what, is at least 30, 40 divines. Wait, we got another one. Oh! Plus 2 max res, endurance charge when you are hit, and life regen when using a flask. Fucking rate limited. Frenzy on hit, plus Culling Strike. Check that one out. Oh, 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 oh! That's fucking money. Frenzy on hit, effective withered, 20 all res, and cull. Dude, this is very good for an armor stacker. Especially when using OS. One mirror. The 100 divine one's mine. Magic Flask. Buffed by Golem. Magic Flask is probably actually one of the ones that's worth a bit by itself. Yeah, 20 divs. Okay. Golem buffs. 100 divs. Yeah, there's certain ones, and again, I actually haven't done. Oh, cursed. Ooh, okay. Ooh, explode. Oh, explode. That's one of the really rare ones. Cursed, 15% chance to explode. Chance to blind. Movement speed cannot be lowered below base value. Ooh, that's good. 100 div minimum. How much is the explode one by itself? Oh, not that much. Projectiles, chain, wither on hit, suppression, mana SES. Oh, it's actually not that good. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say it's not that good. It's not that expensive. Okay, onslaught, area of effect for power charge. Fucking Christ. Suppress, consecrate, exposure. Ooh, that's also quite good. Non-damaging elements, phasing, removed. Crit, war cry. Okay, area of effect, bleed, recover, chance by golems. Multiplier, shock, offering, onslaught. Onslaught, leech, evasion per frenzy, animal consuming. Ooh, base crit, that's a good one. Base crit, what else do we have there? Oh, no, not very valuable. Suppression. Oh, dude, look at this. Endurance charge when you are hit, power charge on crit, suppression, and regenerate every 20 seconds. That's got to be worth something. Not be stunned while leeching. Oh, that's too bad. Frenzy on hit's kind of wasted there. Ooh, Culling a strike. Ooh, that's nice. And when you're done, yeah. Yeah, Tricky, I need you. Ooh, dope. 350 divs. Very good. Dirt charge when you are hit. Effective onslaught. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that. Double totems. $70 divines for those. 2 mirrors. What? No. A 50 div. Okay. Ooh. Lodi. Baron. Oh, nice. Bare minimum 100. Very nice. Motherfucker. Ooh, cooldown recovery. It's a rare one. That also seems very good. Look at this. Projectile damage further. Melee hits have fortify, flash charges, and consecrate. Maybe it's a little bit too mixed up. Banner has no reservation. Sick. Chance to inflict withered. Sick. Attack speed. Pretty good. Ooh, look at that. Got nice synergy. Proj further. 6% pen and effective marks. $500 div. Okay. I'm not saying that's necessarily. By the way, when I'm calling out these prices here, before anyone gets fresh in the comments on YouTube, obviously these are very, very quick and non like I'm not looking very much into these price checks here. It's obviously just a very surface level kind of gauging, right? Also, the sales window on these. Ooh, nice. The sales window on these is definitely a very drawn out one. Right, I'm not expecting to sell. I'd be lucky if I sold 10% of them by the end of the league. However, these kinds of IDing sessions or crafts or calculated risk ventures or whatever, similar to double corrupting and whatnot, they tend to be exposure. Um, it's not like an equal distribution usually, right? It's like you have like your losses, right? Like each one of these 14 divines, let's say, 80% of them are like 5 divines or less or completely worthless, right? You have like these lulls and then you hit one that's like 2 mirrors. And like that spiky price, if you take the mean as opposed to the median, right? The mean is, ooh, wait, sorry. RMR is not going to go there. That being said, I'm pretty confident. I mean, we've only gone through a few of them so far. But just based on what like the the prices I'm seeing here, given the fact that we're only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will be 140, 168. So we're only about a sixth of the way through, maybe a little bit less than that. Not be stunned. I might have to break that. Maybe I should break this into 2 different videos or 2 different recordings. Evasion per frenzy. Ooh, that's nice. Leading enemies you kill have a chance to explode. I think that's one of the really rare ones. Yeah. Leading enemies you kill. Yeah, it is. 25. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6th rarest. There's one, oh, +2 projectile. Sorry, max res, that's one of the ones that we said is guaranteed, right? 50 div. 100 div, wow, damn. Sorry, I'm making a conscious effort here to talk less so I can try to get through these more quickly. Onslaught effect. Active your marks, minions, hinder, hit multi. Oh, that's good. Oh, base crit. Seems pretty good. Nice. $400 divs. Oh. Hey, we take that one for show. Max res. Ooh, and base crit. 100 div minimum. Suppression, leech. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, actually, that's very nice. Frenzy on hit, base power crit, 500 div. Power charge on crit. Fucking rate limited. Oh, adrenaline. Oh, adrenaline. What's this one? Adrenaline. Remove curses. Evasion per frenzy. Excuse me. God. Excuse me. Okay, affect your marks. Chance to recover. Ooh, that's nice. Crit multiplier per power charge. Crits have cull. And proj further. Ooh, look at that. Holy cow, look at that one, guys. Power charge on crit. Effective onslaught. Area of effect for endurance charge. And explode. That's a nice one. Nope. RMR. Damage from your critical strikes can't be reflected. $450. Whoa. Is that the really rare one? Oh, it is. Yeah, that's 25. That's a very rare one. Damn. I'll have to do that further. Penetration, cull, and max res. Ooh, that's good too. $600 div. For the guys watching in Twitch, as I mentioned before we started here, I have chat hidden just so I didn't get distracted because there's so many of these to go through. Knowing that I've almost certainly knowing that I've almost certainly passed over a couple at least that might have some value, but just with a build I'm unfamiliar with or something. If you guys see one that you think I unduly passed over or didn't give its fair shake, write that down in chat. We'll do at some point here we'll do a little check-in with chat. Good shock. Oh, there's another max res. As an FYI, we still are at 0 + 1 projectiles. Ooh, that's nice. Banner skills are no reservation. Select immune strength. Oh, magic flasks applied to you. What else do we have? Oh, so we got the explodey, chaos explode. Oh, bleed explode. That's the 4th time we've got the bleed explode, which is a 25 waiting. But we haven't got a single one of the +1 prods yet, unfortunately. Ooh, this is nice. Frenzy on hit, Wither on hit, penetration. Actually, I guess Wither and Pen kind of are counterproductive. Well, not entirely, but... Oh, Magic Flask. Ooh, guys, Magic Flask and RMR. And Reflect Immune. Oh, come on, that's got to be worth bank. Come on, baby. GG, boys. Cheapest one, 5 mirrors, just with those 2 mods. Damn, boy, she thick. Let's see how it compares. Oh, this guy's got +2 max res. Oh, he's also got mana reservation. That one's actually not as good as those other 2, I don't think. Let's check. Yeah, we're talking like bare minimum here. We're talking a week, 2 weeks ago, like 2 to 3 mirrors. That's just for the RMR and the flask. And then we also have Reflect Immune. I think we can call that about a... Let's go for... I was going to say 3 to 4. Why don't we just go 3.5? Alright, there's our first big ticket. Rarely see me so hyped. I'm actually really engaged in this. Sometimes when I'm streaming and making YouTube videos, I don't want to say I'm doing things for like the novel, like you know, to be like the quote-unquote content creator, but they're just things that I've done a lot before. And so obviously, not that I'm jaded fully, but it's just not a very novel experience. And so there's only so much that I can throw myself into something like that. As I said earlier when I started this, I actually haven't done this before, like IDing these. I've had a ton of them, but I've just been buying them. I actually haven't ID'd any of them. And because I do have 40 out of 40 on my challenges now, but I haven't really done too much of the league mechanic, just because I was crafting and trading so much of the league. And so I've actually never dropped one of these. You know, for the previous couple weeks, I had just largely been stacking mirrors or whatever. And then yesterday I just got kind of bored doing that, so decided to spend some money. And yeah, so this is like my first time like engaging with these in this kind of way, like IDing them. And I don't know if anyone who's watching right now or anyone maybe who might watch this in YouTube afterwards can relate to this. Ooh, there's the magic flasks again. It's not a very expensive one. Can relate to this at all, but I played the game for so long, right? And there's always been power creep, right? Like that's just an look at this, I got perfect crit roll. Power creep's just like a part of the game, right? You can't really avoid that. That being said, though, occasionally there's like these items that come along where it's just like you can kind of like feel or like viscerally like notice their like compounding strength from what has previously existed, and like just knowing what like the alternative, like for example, I'm not really articulating myself well here. When Skyforth, the boot Skyforth came out, right? Skyforth gave like power charge on crit, ES regen, RMR, or sorry, stun immunity, RMR. Yeah, power charge on crit. I think there might have been one other element of it. Either way, though, like the boots were just so fucking obscene, compared to what you would have had to go through. Oh, look at that! We got magic flask again. Compared to what you would have had to do previously, right? And so like every time you got it, oh, look at that, 400 divines minimum. Wait, yep, 400 divines minimum. Oh my god. Sorry, my little anecdote here is probably kind of hard to follow. Um, but yeah, there's just certain items, especially ones like this, where it's like this is very in your face, right? Like you can, there's no like hidden power in this. You know what I mean? Like not that there's no hidden power. There's it's very easy to tell how strong these are, right? Just because like they're basically miniature versions of um ascendancies, right? So things like things like this where it's like you can just tell how strong they are and like how much power creep is coming through, but it's still kind of rewarding because there's so much variance to it and there's so much variability in terms of how it can like the outcomes. Like there's like 140 different mods on this, right? And like the amount of ways that that can end up manifesting, and how like substantially different that could make your build, based on how you choose your that which was taken. To me, like that's what makes PoE great. So I am I apologize for my effective withered hits have more. My non-articulate explanation here, but I assure you, any quiet on my side or whatever is it's because I'm very much enjoying this. Okay, Hex is hexproof. Freeze. Reservation, effective withered. 100 div. 50 div. We still haven't got a +1 prod yet. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. 200 divines minimum. There's another explodey. Ooh. Ooh, look at this. 5% explode is fire. Endurance charge when you're hit. Suppression and onslaught. Holy shit, one mirror. Melee fortify. Where are we? Crit multi for power charge. Good. Alright, the last 4 of this tab. Max res. Ooh, look at that. Max res, all res, free shock and ignite, and base crit. $399 div, nice. Okay, boys. All right, YouTube fellas, how far in are we? Oh my god, that took 64 minutes? Holy cow. How long is this video? Oh wow, an hour and 10 minutes already. All right, let's pull up chat here. I think I added this widget properly. There it is. Oh wait, I can't scroll back on that one. All right, let's bring regular chat up. Let's see what you degenerates are up to. Murderers of the whole world behind you. Still no proj or armor as Ellie. Yeah, no, we didn't get any of those in the first tab. Did I get my money back? No. Well, it's really hard to say. Like a lot of the pricing on these is highly subjective, right? Even if the market says it's something, I would suspect even if you were to price, like if you were to find one that had 3 of the same mods, it's very rare to get one that has all 4 of them. If you had all 3 of the same mods and you undercut by 20% online or offline, you'd still probably only sell 20% of them. Just went over the smeared suppress mod again. Take a chat, yeah. All right. So what do we think? For like, do you guys think I should end the recording here and then post a part 2 with the second tab, or should I do a 2.5 hour video? Make 2 recordings. Splitting's better, you think? Okay. All right. Well, what's up, YouTube folks? I'm asking chat right now. The video, as you guys probably are telling, for the ones who have been watching the whole time, we're already up to an hour and 12 minutes. The biggest ticket item for sure was this one here. We got the RMR Magic Flasks crit and crit can't be reflected. That's somewhere between, on the very lowest end, 2 mirrors, on the higher end, 4 mirrors. We'll put it at 3.5, see how she goes. A lot of these are in the like 200, 300 divine range. In terms of the chart here, the ones that we were kind of looking for, the very expensive ones, right? We did not get, we got 0 of these. We got 0 of these. I don't think we got that, 0 of that, 0 of that. Let's see, all damage can ignite. Nope, we didn't get any of those. What else are the rare ones? Fail. Nope, no one fail. Flask skater chart. Nope. Didn't get any of those either. No +1 proges. The bleeding enemies you kill explode. Yeah, we have 4 of those. That's weird. Look at that. We got 4 of these bad boys. Cooldown recovery, we got 1. We'll just track these ones here that have 25 weighting or lower. Prevent. Oh, prevent. Oh, we got 4 of the prevents as well as it looked like. Sorry, maybe 3. Got 3 of the prevents. Damage taken. Okay, we got 1 damage taken mana before life. Nope, just got 1 of those. Alright, so there we go. The we could probably track these ones too, the 50 weighting ones, but I did get a lot of the magic utility flasks. I know that. Magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we got 7 of those. Are there any ones here that are... Copies time to a leeching times 1. Times 2. 3. 4. 5. 2. 3 adrenalines. Two of the explode on war cries. One minimum charge. Zero that one. Okay, so for the rarest ones, oh sorry, we're missing 2 more. First enemies you kill or your minions kill, oh yeah, 15% to explode. We have 2 of those, I think. 2. One, 2, 3. 3 of those. Okay. There we go. All right. So for the rarest, how many is this? 124 to 142. That's 18, 19. So these are ones that have a weighting of 10, 20, 25, or 50. So like the rarest 19. After that, it doubles up. It's 100, 125, 250, 500. So we have 0. We didn't get a single one that has a 10 weighting or a 20 weighting. We didn't get the Arcane Surge, and then we got one. The Magic Flask one is the outlying one here. We have 7 of those, which is great because I think that's probably one of the best, like the most universally applicable. Very good mods. What was the expectation here? So 3% armor, we're expecting to get one of them only. Impales, one of them. +1 proj, we're expected to get 2.33. Blast charges, 2.33. Magic Flask, we've already exceeded. Average would be 5.8. 2.91 is for the 20. The 25s we're averaging. So the 25 weightings we're averaging. The expected is about 3 of them. Nearby corpses explode. Okay, that's 6. We're averaging about. We should average about 6 for the ones that are 50 weighting. So wait, let's write this down here. 25 weight equals 3 average expected. 50 equals 6 average. 10 equals 1.2. 20 equals, what is it, 2? .3. Yeah. So yeah, we got, in terms of the distribution on the rare mods, we obviously got pretty unlucky there. We didn't get a single one that has a 20 weighting or a single one with a 10 weighting. We did pretty good on the 50s though. This is halfway, so this would be, we would have 3 on average for the 50 weightings, and you can see that that's pretty much the case. 1, 3, 5, 12, 15, 20, 22, 24, 27. And that's divided by 133. 27, yeah, we're averaging 2.7 right there, which would again be exactly half of that. 25 weights, we'd be averaging 1.5. And we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got 7, 8, 9, which is 2.25. So we're actually above, about 50% above on those. The 20s, we should average about 1 of each one. So we would have got 1 projectile there on average. We didn't. And then the 10s, we would still be looking for that first one there. So that makes sense. The distribution there is fine. The expectation on these ones where it's 100, 250, 500, I can imagine that you know, there's going to be obviously a great degree of variance there, but they're common enough that I don't think it's particularly worth tracking. At the end of this, so for the next video, guys, at this point, I recognize that we've gone well over the initial intended time, but hopefully it was still interesting to watch. I do think that this is probably, if you are looking, if you're in a position where you've got some liquidity in the league, right? You're not particularly playing that much anymore. You don't really care about standard, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, you'd like to park your money into something that's maybe doesn't feel like it's a complete waste or that it's going to depreciate entirely. I think that this is a pretty good call. They're very easy to get in bulk. I bought all of these myself without TFT, and it took me probably an hour and a half or 2 hours to buy 1,100 of them, just off the trade website. So that wasn't very difficult at all. That being said, I did link them a stack of like 70 mirrors when I was like, how many do you have? Want to buy all? As soon as I linked them the stack of mirrors, for some reason, they all seem to invite me very quickly. But no, not very difficult to get. I think that the upside on these is very, very high. I think the downside is rather low. The one thing I would say, though, is that these are definitely not going to be hyper liquid. Like if you're putting a bunch of money into this, as I mentioned prior to starting, I have about 14.3 mirrors, I think. You know, my my like, and again, this is just pure speculation, really, but kind of intuition, just slash experience. I would expect to make probably somewhere between 1 to 2 mirrors a day from these kind of thing, while I'm actively playing, and that's if I am managing the prices on them appropriately. Right, you have to keep in mind that a lot of the times, because these are so specific and because they can vary so much, very rarely are you going to have ones that have the exact same 4 mods, right? Which means a lot of the time people are just going to price theirs. They'll be first to market, so to speak. And so a lot of the time it's just, I don't want to say some clown, but some non-sophisticate, let's say, just kind of arbitrarily picking a price. A lot of the time, recognizing that position in certain markets, I just sort of like to take the philosophy that I probably know better than most other people do. So I'd rather be the one who's, being like the price setter than the one that's following other people. But full disclosure, I haven't done any of these yet. This is just my idea going into it. It's pretty hard to spend 77 mirrors. I think I did. How many do I have now? 60. So 40. 46 mirrors I spent in about the past 16 hours, about 15, 14 and a half, 15 of them on this. It's kind of difficult to spend that much. I imagine some people have extra bouts of liquidity, maybe not that much, but this has been fun for the first half. We haven't got particularly lucky in terms of the rarity of it, but I can say you could probably tell from me rolling those there where I got into my focus mode. I really did enjoy that. I think this is very cool. The upside, like the ceiling potential on these, is really, I would say one of the highest of any item you could probably get in the game. And if you get like a perfect one of these, however you define perfect, it will probably be one of the rarest items in the game on an ongoing basis. Because even if these stay in the game, they'll in most, like in all likelihood, if that which was taken has some way that they're allowed to drop in the future, if they re-implement Wildwood, it'll be not severely nerfed necessarily, but it'll drop obviously far less frequently. Maybe they make it attached to a divination card or something like that. Whatever it is, getting a perfect one of these, a really good one, I think is probably one of the best assets that you can have, in particular because mirrors have become so much more readily available. This is one that I actually bought on like the 3rd day of the league for I think 95 divs, because I noticed that it had 3% armor applies to fire, cold, and lightning, and +1 projectile, which are literally 2 of the rarest mods that you can possibly have. As we pointed out here, the actual rarest mod in the game is 3% armor, and then the +1 proj. So the fact that it had both of those, and then on top of that, it also had the proj gains damage and AoE. In my mind, I was thinking maybe like an armor stacker with Molten Strike or something like this, but I've never even listed this one just because I think it's one of those items that probably worthwhile to hold on to. In any case, sorry, this is a bit of a longer outro than I planned. We'll split this video up into 2 just because it took over an hour to identify all of these. I'm sure I probably passed over some that were very good. I've never played minions, mines, traps, or totems. I don't know those skills very well. So anytime I see anything related to those, I pretty much just think it's trash. I know that's not necessarily the case. So for anyone watching on YouTube or anyone going through the VOD who is interested enough to pay that close of attention, if I skipped over something and you think it's good, let me know in the comments. And yeah, maybe drop in your best prediction for this next one here. If you know what, fuck it. If somebody can guess the best, most expensive 4 mod on the YouTube video, YouTube comment section, if someone can guess what the best 4 mod combo is on this, from this tab, you can have it. You can have it. I think the likelihood of that is about 1 in 1 trillion. I also think I'd probably get maybe some pushback from GGG on that one. But yeah, let's see the best guesses. And hopefully we get some luck. I'll upload this now and then hopefully get the second IDing session pretty soon. And I'll get that up for you, for those of you who want to see it. Alrighty. For the Twitch folks, I'm just going to end the recording here. Sometimes the stream drops. For the YouTube folks, I will see you in the next video. Take care.